Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I need it.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. Who is you? To make me believe otherwise. You couldn't stop what God create. A greatness running on my blood. Hello?
And we're back. Using shit that I'm picking up from commercials and shit. Like, anyway, people, what's good? Kai Storm in the building. We're here for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. On the Border of Chaos is the name of the episode. And we're gonna go into it. Matter of fact, if I remember correctly, this is the episode where Lil Zane tries to jump up in Bambi's new boyfriend face and shit, and it looked like an epic fail from last week. It looked like an epic fail, but we're gonna check it out. You know what I mean? We're gonna check it out. We're gonna, we're gonna see the we're gonna, circle back and and discuss. Yeah. Positive note. Some people might be walking around under the impression that they can handle jail, so therefore they'll do anything. But because you know better and you need your 2-week nails, your nails done every 2 weeks, and you like to walk around wherever you want to without being told what to do and how to do it, you stay the fuck out of them places. So yeah, the positive note is you know better. We all know, well, I ain't gonna say we all, because the jails are still full, but the people them that stay outside, them people know better. Yeah, man. Child, it's already spicy because Georgia Prune, aka Rashida, said that motherfucking Carly Red lying about this wedding, about being married in the first place. Child, I wouldn't put it past Carly Red. You know what I'm saying? Especially when she talking about she want to have a ceremony. Like what you want to have a ceremony for? Are we doing the same thing Yandy and Medicis did? We married, but we really not married. What? Child. All right, so the first scene had a lot going on. They're landing in Cabo. I just realized that Cabo is in Mexico. Excuse any noise I make while I've been trying to tell myself to put the mic somewhere where I won't touch it, but my hands are just always busy and shit. So excuse whatever noise you capturing right now. But the mic is still on, so it's all good. Now, yes, so they landed in Cabo, and Bambi brought her boo, and I thought he was a rapper, but it don't seem like he a rapper because they were singing a song and he had the least of the lyrics of everybody else. But either way, they all met in Cabo, but first, before they met in Cabo, they were all split into 2 separate cars, and the main conversation was Yandy and Medicis, because at the end of the day, they looking at that whole situation like this is supposed to be a couples trip, and we done heard about what's going on with you, and you trying to act like it ain't true and brush it under the rug, according to Sierra. Now, and of course, I already told you how Georgia Prune said that Carly Red's marriage probably not real. So, and then they get a scene together where what I'm saying, Yandy's doing this speech and everybody kind of looking at her like, girl, bird, relationships, and then they did some kind of challenge where all the men made up a little song to sing to their women, and none of the songs sounded like anything special, but you know what I'm saying? But the main one The main one I was talking about was Bambi's boyfriend. But up next there also was a scene where Lil Zane was talking shit about how he don't like the fact that Bambi got a new dude because he's big friends with Scrappy and that's his brother and blah 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 blah. Nigga, she moved on and he been moved on. Wasn't he just in having a baby from a threesome? Him alright. Him alright. Because really and truly, Zane, no, come here, so we talk. Come over here, so sit down. We talk. Because little Zane, nobody no send you for watch girl, you know. Nobody send you anywhere to watch no girl for man. If he really want to watch the girl, then he would have watched the girl by himself. He don't need no help. He don't need nobody to look out for him back and all him something there. Nah, him never ask you for watch nothing. Mind your business. Go sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. Wait a minute. And wait a motherfucking minute. So the scene that just went off was okay. Apparently, they were walking around on the beach, and or maybe I'm assuming they were going to the beach because all the girls had bathing suits on. Like, you know what I mean, they were just doing little clips of them walking around. I guess social media clips look like. Then they shot to Lil Zane's room and Ashley. So Lil Zane is trying to get Ashley drunk because he's like, yo, you treat me better or you act better about our relationship when you drunk. So he pouring her some, it looked like tequila. I don't know my liquors too much because I don't really drink like that. But it looked like tequila. And you know, and he was all talking to her about, you know, I want us to start over. I want us to, you know, to be open and honest, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to move back home when we get back to Atlanta. I want to get back in the house is what he says. So, you know, I want to be honest and open. So I guess Ashley said to him, okay, you want to be open and honest? Well, if I ask you a question, you're going to answer it honestly. And I guess he must have said yes, because she jumped right on in and said, so what's up with you and Carly in this room exchange, this key to room exchange situation I heard about? Because Amy Luciani, the bone carrier who is not on this trip clearly, that bitch told Ashley that yes, there was a conversation in London about rooms and exchange, and Carly read and some shit. And she asked Zane directly. Now, of course, he starts, you know, taking a swig of the bottle and talking about, I kind of remember, but I don't remember that she swore like she was drunk and we was somewhere. I don't remember where we was at. And she said, you know, come back to my room. But I knew she was joking because she was drunk and that's the homie. And I don't really feel for her like that. Which, of course, coming from Zane sounds like a full-fledged lie. Then they show a scene that's coming up soon, which is her, you know, confronting Carly about it, and there was a line where she said, "Nah, I would never, ever, ever be on some Lil Zane." And then here come Ashley, like, don't be saying never, never, ever, like my husband ain't nothing. Cause I've seen the niggas you fuck, and bitch, I hollered when I heard that shit. That's what I was hollering before I turned on the recording. Child, it's supposed. I guess this is the spicy moments. Let's get spicy, bitch. Let's get spicy. Oh yeah, I forgot. Scrappy was doing some kind of podcast. It looked like in his house where, you know, some girl was with him doing a podcast, and Mama D was there. And Mama D brought a paternity test, and they discussed this threesome baby, and apparently Scrappy is in New York, you know, to get ready for the threesome baby. Yeah. Now, First and foremost, I want to establish that this is a waste of time conversation. This is a idiot cockroach waste of time conversation because Carly don't have no room to put no baby. She talk about she in a one room and doctor take out egg. Egg from where? You a make egg? You not make no egg. Them egg them egg they fucking hard like rocks. Them shits is boiled. Fuck is you talking about? Talking about you in one room, doctor taking out eggs and he in another room doing his business. And then on top of the fact, we got stupid ass Nick, aka Georgia Prune husband, aka Kirk, talking about, oh, well, Carly not in there helping you? Okay, so is there another girl in there helping you? Nigga, shut the fuck up. Nigga, shut the fuck up. The fuck is you asking stupid? And Rashida's still sitting there next to him, not even catching not 1, 2, or 3 points. Chad Zane. This man and whatever the fuck he doing with the BAM is none of your business. However they met, however they know each other, what the context of their whole entire 10-year relationship was, is none of your business. I'm just saying. And it truly worries me that you so worried about a nigga that ain't worried about you. Yet you in a failing marriage because you don't know how to, chill out, not cheat, not flirt, not be, acting single. You're worried about the wrong thing, brethren. You're upon the wrong lane. Find yourself. And then just like that, as Sierra starts dragging this nigga, because Sierra said, oh, word, you gonna get on Bambi and how she was talking, that she was probably talking to him while talking to dude while talking to Scrappy and shit. Sierra said, hold on, wasn't you in London trying to hop on bitches left and right? No, you was in London in front of all of us hopping on bitches left and right. We all saw you, bitch. And literally went in on him. And then Ashley decided to wake up and say, you know what? Since we talking, well, why don't we talk about whatever happened between you and motherfucking Carly? And then everybody pulled Drew back and held and clutched they motherfucking pearls like, wait, what the fuck going on here? Fuck going on here? Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Immediately we start to, and then Carly husband turned to her and said, yo, something going on? Carly said, I don't know. Now that I don't know sounded pretty guilty, Carly. It sounded pretty guilty. But I'ma mind my business. I'ma mind my motherfucking business. Okay, so the confrontation leads to separation, where it leads to separation, yeah, because the girls all got together and was talking. It just seemed like a mess. It literally seemed like an entire mess, because it was just like all the girls went together. And Kirk was there, and Sierra was there, and then there's a side conversation with freaking Yandy and Ashley, and literally throughout this whole shit, Carly is sitting next to her husband eating her shrimp like, bitch, what? I ain't involved in none of this. Then Yandy calls Carly over. They all in a conversation, and Ashley is telling her straight up and down, and even if it was 50 years ago, the fact that you attempted to give my man a room key, a hotel room key, you should have said something. Then Carly pulls out her phone and says she has a text message from 2014, which she invited him and his girl because apparently there was going to be a party. 2014. We in 2025. This bitch has a text message from 2014 in her phone. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, Zayn is doing too much, talking about how we let this nigga in the circle. She just replaced he just replacing Scrappy, and literally Jock is trying to talk sense into this motherfucker, and then all of a sudden Bambi's boyfriend comes around the corner with his plate of food, looking like he about to slam it into fucking Zayn's face because Zayn is right about his chest. So he's just like, little boy, chill out. You know what I'm saying? And that's when, it went to commercial. My thing is this. Carly, you look guilty when you heard what they say and you ain't jump up and be like, what? The fuck? Because if that shit wasn't true, it'd be like, bitch, what? The fuck is you talking about? But because you talking about you taking it calm and you don't want your husband to see the Carly, you don't want your husband to see Carlying. Girl, bye. I'm sure he's seen you Carlying. I am sure that man has seen you Carlying. He's seeing you Carlying right now because again, you ain't react to this shit. You literally sat there and acted like nobody wasn't talking about you. So Scrappy Scrappy. So Lil Zane and baby boyfriend, they ain't actually fight or nothing. It was just a whole lot of shit talking about who's wearing real jewelry and who's wearing fake jewelry. You know what I'm saying? And then they shoot a scene where then they go to New York where Scrappy is in the delivery room with his threesome baby mama, and gave birth to a baby son. Some kind of crash happened in the next room. We ain't worried about it, are we? Not at all. Now, I'm not really sure how to explain the end because I'm still trying to understand it. Because even Kendra said it, which makes it more confusing. So the last scene, let me explain it, and you just let me know what you think about it based on my explanation. So the last scene had Kendra. She's looks like she's waiting for her glam, and apparently she decides to call Cardi because she said that she got up early in the morning or something and walked past Carly's room and heard Carly and husband arguing. So I guess she came back to her room and then decided to call Carly, FaceTime, ask her if she's okay. And then Carly's telling her that she's not okay, that husband left. Some recording. He's very upset. She can't find him. And she think he headed for the airport. I don't know. She about to go to the airport to figure out where he at or what's going on. Or well, not even what's going on, because she know what's going on. And of course, Kendra actually said it. Kendra was like, me and Carly really ain't friends, because after all, she used to date my man, which again confuses the reason why she would be FaceTiming you or you FaceTiming her, but that is the show. Everybody must get their scene. And, chicken gift card. So, what the hell? Why would they not really friends? But she would decide to call her and see what's up, and even as she's listening to the story, she like, this story don't make no sense. What's the recording? What happened with this recording? What's going on with the recording? And so it kind of sounds like maybe I don't know. I don't know. It could be a whole number of things, but it was a confusing argument. And then we go to next week, and then we got a couple of other confusing arguments or confusing scenes, and I guess somebody must have pulled Yandy's card and Rashida's card, and I don't know. The ending confused me, and the scenes for next week are confusing me. But will I be here to figure it out? Of course. Will you be here? I hope so. Like and subscribe. Check out my book. You know what I'm saying? If you're in Brooklyn, definitely come through to the Brooklyn Navy Yard this Sunday. And yeah, if not, you can always order a copy, and digital copies are $2.99. The physical copy is $15, including shipping. If you got Amazon Prime, you can read for free. And yeah, be respectful in the comments. See you next time on My Unpopular Opinions channel.